This is John T for the Boxing Voice, and I'm joined today by Ellis Zorro, cruiserweight prospect from England. How are you, Ellis?
I'm good, thank you. Just finished some training now.
Yeah, it was good to see you training today. It looked like you had a bit of a workout. You're down the Peacock Gym. Is that something that you're going to be regularly here now?
Yeah, so this is my third week here. I previously trained with Mickey Burke over in Bexley, but you know, come to the end of my contract with Steve Goodwin, and I'm 28 now, so I kind of want to push on. And there's like a lot more opportunities in this gym, a lot more boys around like Denzel Bentley, etc., etc. So British champions, Southern area champions. So this is the place that I want to be to progress me to my next level.
Well, you mentioned it's a good place. You mentioned Denzel. He's just one of many here, and obviously the Peacock Gym's steeped in tradition. I know this is the new one, but it's still got that same name and the same heritage, if you like, and Martin and the team here, you'll definitely be in the right place there. Well, tell us a little bit about, you were with Steve Goodwin for 3 years, as you mentioned. You are up to 9-0. So last time out, who did you fight?
So I fought Ozzy Jervier, and I think that was a week before the actual pandemic. I think March the 14th. That was my 9th fight. I dropped him twice. It was a 6-rounder. And that was my last fight with Steve Goodwin. I turned pro in 2017, and that was March 2019. So I'm kind of looking onto area titles now, Southern area or English Eliminator. So that's kind of what I'm working towards now.
Any ideas of a new promoter yet, or?
Not as yet, but because I'm with Martin, I will be looking to go with, I'm guessing, Frank Warren and BT Sport,
Well, they'll be the ones, that's why I was asking. Martin's got a great connection with Frank and Queensbury, so you're in the right place, as we've already mentioned. So looking at your division, being a Brit at 9-0, there is a big cruiserweight fight coming up at British level soon. I think it's Chris Billam-Smith against Dion Juma. Dion Juma used to be another Steve Goodwin fighter. Do you know much about them too?
Not so much about Chris Billam. Obviously, I think I've been on 2 shows with Dion. I've done some rounds with Dion. He's a good tricky southpaw. So, but I think it's a 50-50 fight. Chris Billam has been looking good. I know he fought in the on one of the matchroom shows in Eddie Hearn's back garden. But I think it's a 50-50 fight.
There seems to be a lot of them that's going on at the moment.
Yeah, it's good for the sport,
It is, and I look at a lot of the fights that are coming up. Even Danny Carr, who's in the gym, I'll get an interview with him. He's undefeated. The guy he's fighting this next week's undefeated as well. So who would you have as winning that then?
What? Chris Billam and Dion?
Yeah.
I really don't know. You know, Dion is very slick and very difficult to hit. Chris Billam is very strong, physically strong, and he's probably in a better camp with Shane McGuigan and Lawrence Okolie, who's obviously doing big things at the moment. So I'm sitting on the fence. I think it's a 50-50 fight, to be honest.
Fair play, but I take it you're going to watch it, yeah?
Yeah, I'll be watching.
And they're the kind of names I guess you're probably looking at the moment with your record, because you are undefeated, and a couple more fights once you start getting near like the early teens and that, you really would want to be fighting for like English titles, maybe even British,
Yeah, so I know Ian Martell's got the Southern area. That's a fight I can take straight away ASAP. Who else is there? There's Luke Watkins, Mikel Luau, he's a good fighter. There's a few of us in this level at the moment, but yeah, for me personally, I'm looking at the Southern area title or like an English Eliminator.
I think the names you've just mentioned are probably around where you'd be looking at. You said the Southern area title. Mikel Luau, he was on the Boxer recently. Luke Watkins, I think he's only been beaten once or twice. He's won about 14. So again, they're good level. And you mentioned Ian Martell, very similar record to you, 9-0. So a good kind of level to be looking at. But well, before I let you go, on the bigger fight, you mentioned Okolie. So Okolie's out soon as well, and he's going for a world title. Obviously, being Brits, I'm sure you'll want him to win. But what are you rating his chances at?
If I'm honest, I think it's very difficult to beat Lawrence. He's obviously a massive puncher. He's very big for the weight. He's very tall, and he uses his range quite well. I don't know much about the guy that he's fighting, to be honest. But Lawrence has been looking on fire recently, to be honest. So I'll be backing Lawrence at the moment.
It's just that rangy style as well. He looks hard to beat, and he does carry
it really well as well. So.
Yeah, excellent. As you said, he's in there with Shane McGuigan and good people around him, so we wish him luck as well. Well, look, thanks for taking time out today, and good to meet you down the Peacock. I'm sure I'll see you when I'm down next time.
Thank you.
Cheers, Ellis.
enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.